Welcome to Skipwith Cottage. This is part of the series of Mrs. Parrott's Makes and Bakes, and because it's Shrove Tuesday, Pancake Day next week, we thought we would have a little look at making the perfect pancake. So what do you need? You need a number of ingredients. You need about 100 grams of plain flour. You need a nice fresh egg. You need 300 mils of milk. This is semi-skim milk, doesn't matter really what milk you use. And you need a pinch of salt. So let's have a little look. Let's start to mix this up. So we pour our plain flour into the bowl. We crack our egg. And we start to mix in the egg first. Mix it into the flour with a fork. It takes a little bit of time, just take it easy. Just work it until you see that a lot of the flour has become bound with the egg. It starts to make a bit of dough there, crumbly dough. And then, when we've mixed in the egg, we're going to put in a tiny bit of salt. So just put some in your hand. A little pinch, just a pinch. Put that in. And then start to add the milk very gently. Just mix that in gently. You'll think it's going to go all lumpy, but it's you just wait. It'll be nice and smooth by the time all of the milk has been mixed in. The more you sort of work it, you're going to break down those little clumps of flour, and so that's going to look really good. So a little bit more milk. When it's all mixed in, it's all nice and smooth. Now, one little tip is not to use this mix straight away, but to allow it to sort of really mix in properly. So pop some cling film over the top, put it in the fridge for half an hour, and you'll find it'll be a lot better. Now, I've wanted to say this line for a long time, so here's one I prepared earlier. So this has been in the fridge, getting nice and chilled. And that now is ready to use. Now we're going to turn the heat up, so you need the heat quite hot. I've got one of these sort of pancake pans, so you need to get it quite hot. You need to pop a little bit of oil in there. Okay, not too much, just a little bit of oil. And allow that to get really warm before you start to put your first bit of pancake mix, pancake batter in the pan. Just going to put a tiny bit of the batter in to the pan just to see if it's hot enough. Yeah, that looks hot enough. Now you might find, it's a funny old thing, you might find that the first pancake is a complete disaster. That often happens, but the second one will be better, the third one will be better than that. So let's have a little go. It's nice and creamy mix, you don't need too much. So you're going to pop it in the pan like this, a little bit more. And then you're going to pick up the pan and just work it to the edges like this. Okay, can you see that? Work it to the edges right the way around. Not my best effort, but there you go. You know when it's ready to turn because it'll start to lift. And when you're waiting for it to cook, you can think about all the different things you're going to put into it. We have our own particular favourite, which I'll tell you in a minute, but you can probably put most things in this. Let's try and turn it over. Not the best. So that's your first one. I'm going to scrap that one. as I told you, they're not, the first one is usually a bit of a problem, so we're going to go for another one. Just put a little bit more oil in. You'll find this will come out really well. Here we go. Okay, move it to the edges again. Make sure the pan's nice and covered, and then leave it. My wife is giving me timing advice behind the camera. Too early yet. Beginning to brown a bit. Here we go. There we are. Beautiful. If anybody can work out why the first pancake is always a bit of a disaster, I'd be really pleased to know. But this one's coming out really well. Now, while we're waiting for that just to finish off, what we usually do is we have some lemon and sugar, a little bit of sugar. So we cut up the lemon. Again. A little quarter of a lemon. So let's just refresh our memories. The basic mix of the batter is 100 grams of plain flour, 1 egg, 300 mils of milk. That's basically it. Little pinch of salt. So let's have a little go with this. Move the pan off the heat, turn the heat off. Delicately placed on the plate, not. And then a squeeze of the lemon. And a dusting of the sugar. And there you have it. Your pancake for pancake night. Have a really good evening. If you're going to have pancakes on Tuesday, why don't you let me know what you like best, what you like in your pancake. But this is really scrumptious. So have a great evening.